Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be closing out paycheck number 4 and checking on our weekly expenses from the 25th through the 31st. So we are going to jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another one. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and we are expecting our second child. And on here, we do all things cashless budgeting. So I've already wrote out everything that I did for the week already. So let's talk about all of the things. We got paid on the 25th, both me and my husband. We paid our internet bill. We had our credit card bill over here. I actually pay this twice a week, and now that we're talking about it, I realized I did the same thing in August as well too, instead of putting out the 2 times that I plan to pay for it, since I like to pay for it bi-weekly instead of once a month. But this was the total that was made towards this card that was due. It's not really a credit card, it's a loan, to this loan for the month. And then we had our water treatment loan, which was at $107.86. That was also paid for. On the 26th, it was a little fun. We went to Walmart and, I colored this one in wrong, you guys. I did grocery shopping. Let's see if I can fix it. I went to Walmart and spent $95.48 for groceries. And then in all of these same Walmart, I spent $29.90 for household items, and then $4.46 for not wrapping paper, but like the little stuffing paper, a card, and a gift bag. And then out of our sinking funds, I bought a birthday gift. Baby girl was invited to a birthday party, which y'all, she had a blast. We went to Chuck E. Cheese's, y'all. She had fun. So that was the sinking funds purchase, but that was everything that happened on the 26th. On the 27th, we had an Amazon order. This $47.75 was for household. It was for home maintenance. I got food on the 27th. I'm not sure. I really feel like it should have been the 28th, but it says it was the 27th for $9.41. And then we also had some more household purchases for $32.98. On the 28th, because baby girl started her new daycare, it's coming to me, y'all. It's coming to me. We paid her first daycare fee of $320. This will come out weekly daycare instead of once a month like her old daycare. I have my car insurance that was due. That was $1,232.50. And then I also bought gas for $41.34. And then on the 30th, I bought food. Right now I'm in the thick of things in budget season. So we meet once a week currently. And so we went out to eat, had Mexican. So that was my food. And that was everything, y'all. That was everything. So let's go over to our actual tracker and let's calculate all of the things. Okay, so here is everything here. And now that I'm thinking of it, let me just put it here because I'm going to need to calculate all of the things. Sorry for my terrible handwriting, y'all. Okay, so let's calculate everything going on here. So for groceries, I try to highlight everything that needs to be highlighted so it makes it easier for me. So for groceries, we spent $95.48. For gas, we spent $41.34. For household, we spent $29.90 plus $32.98, which is $62.88. For spending, we spent, $39.41. Nothing for eating out, nothing for kids. If you are new, I'm actually phasing these two categories out. So starting in August, it'll just be those four. So I really haven't been doing anything out of this, these funds. For bills, we have the internet at $94.65 plus $320 plus 15. Was that it? Equals $429.65. And I did just want to say, y'all see this daycare here for $15 at baby girl's previous school. That $15 was already charged before they knew she would, like, they had already charged it, and then I had went to the school and canceled. So I need to call them because I should be going back there to pick up a check. And I just never wrote it on the front here because y'all will see as I was trying to double check my checking account, I had to make some adjustments and I realized this was there. So, excuse me, y'all. So that's what that is. Whew, I'm so sorry, y'all. Now we're going to look at sinking funds. So we have $47.75 plus $43.36 plus $44.82 plus $12.32.50. Altogether for sinking funds, we spent $1,368.43. And y'all, I realized that I didn't do this $44.82 on the front. So let me add it on here. So kids, $44.82. And that was for baby girl. I just bought her 2 more packs of underwears and some water shoes because at her new daycare, they were having splash day, and at her new daycare, they are very strict about the type of shoes that you wear, and so she can't wear Crocs, so we had to pick her up some water shoes, which will come in handy because I bought them a little bit bigger, so she can use them a little bit more. They look like sneakers. So that's what happened here, you guys. So for my cashless spending, we have spent this week $95.48 plus $41.34 plus $62.88 plus $39.41. We spent $239.11. So let's see how that fares us in our actual tracking. Okay, so we're going to kind of go back and forth. So in groceries, we already started off at a negative $19.95, and we spent $95.48. Gas was $41.34. Household $62.88, and spending was $39.41. Okay, so for groceries, we're gonna add $19.95 plus $95.48. Oops, $95.48 plus $19.95 equals, so we are negative $115.43 in groceries this month. For gas, we had $20.11, so $41.34 minus $20.11. So we are negative $21.23 in gas. This month for household, we had $99.64 minus $62.88, and that leaves us with $36.76, which is beautiful because this will be just enough to start off the month because we're getting our grass cut. Spending is at $78.79 minus $39.41. And that leaves us with $39.38. Bam, bam, bam. And so this is where we're at, y'all. This is where we're at. So we were over in groceries and gas this month, but we were still in budget and had a rollover of $36.76 for household and spending $39.38. So that makes me feel good, because those are probably honestly more of where a lot of miscellaneous things come out of, are these two accounts. I can make sure to stay in for groceries and things like that. Now we're going to get over to our operating account. So y'all, as I was going through the numbers, I don't know what happened, but let me show y'all. So we received our income $550, $1,500, and then additional income of $490. Whenever we started the week, we matched our what is it called? Our operating account, which is our bank account, for $799.77. And then when we add all of this up, it brought us to $3,339.77. We paid our internet bill for $94.65. Half of our debt payment, or the other half of the debt payment, for $200. Daycare for $320. Our water treatment at $107.86. I made the adjustment for the daycare. And then for whatever reason, the account, our checking account, and this here expense tracker was off by $124.41. And I need to go based on what's actually in the account. So I made an adjustment here of $124.41. I was trying to look to see where that money, where I missed it, but I don't see anywhere, excuse me, y'all, where I missed it. So I'm not sure, but the accounts match now. So this amount, $2,477.85, is what is currently in the account. And so we're going to add our cash envelopes here, payback, and that's going to be the minus $239.11. And then we'll do remaining balance. And so we'll do $2477.85 minus $239.11 equals $2238.74. So this is what we will be going into the month of August with. So we're in that $2,200 range, which is what I am trying to stay in. So that is where we are, y'all, for our expense tracker. Now we're going to go to our actual paycheck budget and close that out and make sure those numbers over there match as well. As y'all can see, I was writing everything down here and it matched what I was doing. I just don't know what happened in that account. So let's go over here. So income here was $550. We did $1,500. Rollover was, what did I say rollover was, y'all? It was $799.77. Oops. $799.77. And then we had other or additional income of $490. Whoops. Okay, so let's add all of that up. $550 plus $1,500 plus $799.77 plus $490. So that was $3,339.77. And as I'm doing this, y'all, I'm doing this in real time. I'm just making sure to see if I got that same amount too. Okay, I did. Alrighty. Now we are going to do our fixed expenses. So daycare was $320. Internet was $94.65. We had that other daycare at what is it, $15. And then we're gonna do account adjustment. And that was for 124. I don't know what the change was. 124.41. Just to make sure the numbers match. So let's add that up. 320 plus 94.65 plus 15 plus 124.41 equals $554.06. Even though it's not true expenses, the expense came somewhere and I don't know where it went to. Next is going to be our spending accounts. So for groceries, again, I keep telling myself I need to write these things down. $95.48. Gas was $41.34. And then I don't remember the other two. So let's write it in here. We have $62.88 and $39.41, which equaled out to $239.11. Bam. And then there was nothing for additional savings this week. And then we did $200 for our other half part of our debt. And then we did do $107.86 for that loan. So that was $307.86. So let's just make sure this paycheck closes out the way that we want it to. So we have $339.77. I meant $3,339.77 minus $554.06 equals $2785.71. Oops. And then we'll minus $239.11, and that'll bring us to $2546.60. And then we'll bring that here. And then we'll minus the $307.86. And that will bring us to $2238.74. And let's just see if it checks off, y'all, because I don't remember. $2238.74. Bam and bam. So that is it, y'all. And how perfect is that July ended on, or my week 4 ended off on the last day of the month. So that was it, you guys. That is it. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. And I will see you guys in the next one.